let's talk about the fact that this is Barack Obama's Democratic Party. So the battle inside the Democratic Party right now between the so-called moderates, the Joe Manchins of the party, or even the Joe Bidens of the party, against the sort of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez squad, Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders wing of the party, that battle is over. And the reason that the battle is over is because there is no immune response to the argument that is being made by people like Ocasio-Cortez, the people like Rashida Tlaib, the people like Elizabeth Warren, which is that the system itself is deeply corrupt. The reason there's no immune response is because Barack Obama killed the immune response. The great lie of Barack Obama's tenure is that he was a unifying president who believed in foundational American principles. He absolutely did not. The 2012 election, I think, broke the country because in 2008, Barack Obama was elected along the lines of, I am here to unify. I'm here, red states, no blue states, United States. We've had a lot of racial conflict in this country in my own person. I have felt that pain, but now I am a symbol of hope. Right? That was his whole 2008 campaign. And then come 2012, everybody who opposed him was a racist, sexist, bigot, homophobe. If you didn't like him, it was because you had not uncovered the bigotry in your own heart. And in fact, his agenda was about a vision for the country that may have moved beyond the founders. Okay, so now he has a memoir out. And the memoir is making pretty damned clear where he comes from. Okay, the memoir is not vague. It is slightly coded. When I say it's slightly coded, I mean that he pays sometimes lip service to what he says are American principles that are actually not foundational American founding principles. But Barack Obama is the pathway for the Democratic Party moving forward. Right? That's what they think. This is what the Democratic Party thinks. And this is why the future of the Democratic Party looks a lot more like the Squad and a lot less like Joe Manchin, which is why you have that particular tweet from AOC glaring at Joe Manchin. Right? That is the future of the Democratic Party. It's radicals all the way down. Okay, so Barack Obama releases a 768-page volume 1 of his memoir. First of all, for anybody who believes that Donald Trump has narcissistic personality disorder, let me introduce you to a man named Barack Obama. Nobody has ever loved Barack Obama more than Barack Obama loves Barack Obama. Jeffrey Toobin doesn't love Jeffrey Toobin as much as Barack Obama loves Barack Obama. Okay, it is absurd how much Barack Obama loves himself some Barack Obama. The man has written at this point, this is his third memoir, and volume 1 is longer, as I have said, than the 5 books of Moses. Not kidding. In the original Hebrew, this is a 768-page memoir. That's volume 1. Okay, he didn't accomplish anything when he did Obamacare, and then he had a bunch of executive orders, and he undermined the fundamental unity of the country. So I guess there are a few things that he did, but is that worthy of like 1,500 pages? Maybe he'll just continue writing these memoirs forever. I don't know Winston Churchill wrote this many memoirs, and Winston Churchill was actually an important human. I don't think that Barack Obama is a particularly important human in the vast panorama of American politics, except for destructive things that he has done to the body politic. Okay, but that doesn't stop the media from just drooling over him. The New York Times book review, Barack Obama is as fine a writer as they come. It is not merely this book avoids being ponderous as might be expected, even forgiven of a hefty memoir, but that it is nearly always pleasurable to read sentence by sentence, the prose gorgeous in places, the detail granular and vivid. Jeffrey Toobin writing that right there. I mean, that is a lot of book review journalisming going on right there. Okay, so what does Barack Obama actually say in his memoirs? Well, we have an early excerpt from The Atlantic, another place that is basically a Barack Obama stenographer. Now, Jeffrey Goldberg famously was sort of the place that Barack Obama would go to vomit all of his bile at his enemies, and Jeffrey Goldberg would just sit there and write it and nod along. In fact, Jeffrey Goldberg was so much of a tool of the Obama administration that Ben Rhodes, who was a fiction writer who helped craft the Iran deal, the garbage Iran deal, openly stated that he used Jeffrey Goldberg as a stenographer for his idiotic politics. Anyway, The Atlantic, which fired Kevin Williamson for the sin of being pro-life, but obviously will print nearly anything. Ibram Kendi writes over there. They printed some of Barack Obama's memoir. Here are the paragraphs that stick out the most. Okay, so the theme of Barack Obama's presidency and his life is that he is disappointed in you. You get this from Michelle Obama too. He's disappointed in you, and he's disappointed in American democracy because what he wants from you and from American democracy is a radical remaking. He wants a radical reshifting. He talks about the contest between Democrats and Republicans, and of course, it goes to this deeper point that Democrats have fallen headfirst into, which is that if you do not believe in the Democrats' radical agenda on every score, it is because you're a racist, sexist, bigot, homophobe. This is Barack Obama, a twice elected president by wide margins both times, talking about how the American people are garbage. He says, this contest is not new. Right now, we are seeing a crisis rooted in a fundamental contest between two opposing visions of what America is and what it should be. A crisis that has left the body politic divided, angry and mistrustful, and has allowed for an ongoing breach of institutional norms, procedural safeguards, and the adherence to basic facts both Republicans and Democrats once took for granted. First of all, being lectured on basic facts by Captain, if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor, is somewhat galling. But Barack Obama says this contest is not new, of course. In many ways, it has defined the American experience. It's embedded in founding documents that could simultaneously proclaim all men equal and yet count a slave as 3/5 of a man. It finds expression in our earliest court opinions, as when the Chief Justice of the United States bluntly explains to Native Americans that their tribe's rights to convey property aren't enforceable because the court of the conqueror has no capacity to recognize the just claims of the conquered. It's a contest that's been fought on the fields of Gettysburg and Appomattox, but also in the halls of Congress. On a bridge in Selma, Alabama, across the vineyards of California, and down the streets of New York, a contest fought by soldiers, but more often by union organizers, suffragists, Pullman porters, student leaders, waves of immigrants, and LGBTQ activists armed with nothing more than picket signs, pamphlets, or a pair of marching shoes. At the heart of this long-running battle is a simple question. Do we care to match the reality of America to its ideals? Do we really believe that our notions of self-government and individual freedom, equality of opportunity, and equality before the law apply to everybody? Or are we instead committed, in practice if not in statute, to reserving those things for a privileged few, right? Again, if you don't believe in all the radical policy prescriptions of Barack Obama, then